What's up? What's up with it? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. Here again with another one. Hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit them notifications so that you're able to get all of my content and all of my videos. Okay, let's understand something. And just, just fill me in on something, all right? Why is it that Mike Malone continues to get passes? Okay, I gotta ask that because this guy has continuously came up short. Uh, there have been many coaches that have been on the hot seat. Um, we could go ahead and start with the obvious, which is Dot Rivers. Okay, we could start with Dot Rivers, who is notorious for coming up short, losing leads, rotation suspect, um, adjustments down the stretch, not good, and just his overall decision making has been questionable. He's been on the hot seat. Snyder, he's been on the hot seat for not being able to get it done with Utah, even though they've clearly had the weapons. Of course, the play could be a little bit better too when we talk about personnel, but nevertheless, still comes down to coaching because it's a players' league. And then also, uh, to a lesser degree, I've always said it, and sometimes I joke about it, but a guy like Alvin Gentry continues to have a job, and look, I'm all for a guy having a job, but if you're not doing your job up to your capabilities, then that's fine. Look, I know Alvin Gentry was on the Golden State Warrior coaching staff, okay, and he does have he has a coaching. I'm sorry about that, a championship on his resume that he could talk about and stuff. But as a head coach, his winning percentage is not good. Go look at it, not good at all. But you put him in line with like Mark Jackson, who pretty much had laid the foundation, regardless of what anybody wants to say in Golden State, regardless of what anybody wants to say. And I know people are going to bring up, oh well, Kerr and the analytics and metrics and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Look, Mark Jackson was on to something. Okay, we know that he got bounced out in the first round before he left and everything. But if you want to use that as an argument, hey, that's perfectly fine. But look at the year before that. Okay, all right. I can't really think of anybody else right off the top of my head in terms of okay coaching, and they continue to get numerous passes, or you always find him with a job. Even Dan Tony. There's been speculation about Tony getting into possibly even coaching us and stuff. He continues to get chances. Tony really successful um, with Phoenix, which was for a lot of what you see right now, but he just was not successful. Okay, but he continues to find himself landing a job. So, getting to my point, what's up with it, Mike? I see you in the building. All right, get into my point. All right, Frank Vogel. All right, and this is probably going to be tough for some people to hear. Frank Vogel can win a championship, right? He can raise a championship with the Lakers or win a championship, regardless of if it's a Disney World Championship, bubble ring, whatever you want to call it. It's still a championship. They still celebrated it. They still had a ring ceremony, and uh, they still hoisted a Lion trophy. So you're trying to tell me that Frank Vogel, he wins a championship, then gets fired. He, has an off year pretty much. A lot of it wasn't his fault. Some of it, to a degree, was his fault. But we all know what the true where the true problems where they lied at in terms of injuries, players not being out, him not having his personnel, him not even choosing his coaching staff. And then on top of that, everybody's all look, everybody's all surprised about, oh yeah, well, man, Frank Vogel had to find out through the media and all this other stuff. Man, look, everybody knew he was gone. And for Frank Vogel, he pretty much knew he was gone. I mean, he knew he was gone. It was just a matter of when. So through all of that, you trying to tell me that Mike Malone isn't on the hot seat? They haven't discussed whether or not this guy uh, is under pressure in order to get it done? Because this is the thing too. They've had injuries. Frank Vogel has had injuries. Kendrick Nunn didn't play the whole entire year. He didn't play the whole entire season. AD for the most part didn't play the majority of, a lot of the stretch of the season. You had LeBron. You had guys like LeBron hurt. You had guys that were in and out of the rotation that were hurt. I think Trevor Ariza was he was hurt day to day and all of that. But somehow, some way, Mike Malone continues to get a pass. He continues to get a pass, and really, you know, I'm gonna say this with pause, but it's like he's sort of milking Jokic for what he's worth. Now, don't get me wrong, Jokic has to get it done too, but Mike Malone man, he's got to get the smoke too if he don't get it done this year. I mean, we got to stop. We got to stop sitting here and acting like Mike Malone is such a great coach when he's not. Everybody knew that a lot of people, and I know Wes Unseld Jr. is is kind of struggling, with the Wizards and everything. But Wes Unseld Jr. did a phenomenal job when he was over there. I mean, I'm just tripping out on that. And Mark Jackson hadn't been able to get a job since 2014. You got to be kidding me. But he continues to get his job. It's like, his job is pretty much safe. And a coach that nobody really talks about, and a coach that I don't think gets enough credit. I don't think he's getting enough credit, man. And I think he gets looked over a lot, man. Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse is man. He'll coach circles around a guy like Mike Malone. Mike Malone continues to get passes. They never put him on the hot seat. All I hear is Billy Donovan. Not that he's no better. And listen, for those of y'all that don't know, I happen to like Billy Donovan. I thought he was. He was great when he was at Florida, but some people are beginning to question him. Being in the NBA and how successful he is. I mean, we got to look at this sort of thing. You know, they don't give they don't give black coaches that much time, and when they do give them time, they put them they put them under all this pressure to get stuff done, or they try to make some sort of scrutiny, or you got to be damn near perfect. Hell, I even put Budenholzer in this category. Listen, everybody knew that he'd have been gone too. He'd have been gone too. I guarantee you. But I'm trying to figure out why they don't give the smoke to a guy like Mike Malone. It's just it just drives me crazy because okay, you've had your weapons in the past. You made it to the Western Conference Finals, but you got swept. But they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to bring that up. It's something beneath the surface that nobody is talking about, that nobody is bringing up. And I don't want to look. I'm not no Stephen A. Smith ass dude. All right, I'm not gonna sit here and butter anybody to fuck up and be like, oh yeah, well man, I think he's a great guy and all this other stuff. No, look, man, we talking about your coaching, we talking about your rotation, we talking about you having personnel, but you not doing nothing with it or whatever. I don't need to butter anybody to fuck up. You might be a great guy, but listen, no, these fans and this organization, that they're not looking at whether or not you're gonna be a great guy or not. And yeah, that's part of it, being professional and other bullshit. But okay, what about your success rate? Look, I can understand a guy like Greg Popovich, who um, Greg Popovich has had three straight losing seasons. Okay, now to a degree, I can kind of understand, but at the same token, now it's kind of like, okay, is it time for Greg Popovich to go? You know, but his success has been pretty much solidified. His coaching legacy has been solidified. Mike Malone, he doesn't really bring anything to the table except for a few good regular season wins. I mean, a few good regular season win percentages, only to find yourself continuously losing in the playoffs. It's like you're never getting over the hump for some reason. But let that have been, somebody else, they would have got rid of him. I mean, they got rid of Vogel after he won a title. Vogel was the one that swept them. But they're not talking about that. They're not talking about that. They don't want to put him. They don't want to give him any type of smoke. They don't want to. They don't want to bring up, the fact that he's been unsuccessful. They never talk about him. But all I hear is Quinn Snyder. All I hear is Billy Donovan. All I hear is even Coach Budenholzer. I hear him a lot. I still hear his name a lot. And all you heard this year was Frank Vogel. I'm trying to understand this, man. What is it about Mike Malone that is keeping his ass there? What is it? What is it? What is he doing any different from Frank Vogel? And we already know. We know it's the front office. We know it's the front office, especially when you talk about the Lakers. Hell, they listen. The front office of the Lakers might be just as messy as the front office of the Dallas Cowboys. Only difference is that the Dallas Cowboys have, well, no, the Dallas Cowboys haven't been as successful in quite some time, especially if you're talking about a championship. The Lakers, they've been at least uh, crowned a champion in the last 5 years, but they both have similar front offices. They're both in disarray. It's a lot of finger pointing. It's his fault, their fault. You got somebody that don't really want to get out of the way, or you got people that don't want to get out of the way. This needs to be looked into. A guy like Mike Malone, he should listen. They should be saying every day, Mike Malone has got to get it done. I haven't heard Stephen A. Smith talk about him. Certain guys they got shielded in the media for some reason. They never bring up uh, any of this stuff on Undisputed. You never hear them talking about it. They talk about how great Jokic is, but they never talk about how I'm not gonna say how bad of a coach, but how how he lacks inability to get it done or to get over the hump. The media is not gonna put that out there, but I am. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there. Why don't they go ahead and try to find some way to strategize? Well, I'm not gonna say it. Well, let me say this, okay? What if they strategize to put a guy like Sam Cassell into office? What if they did that, or into the head coaching position? Don't get me wrong. I want Sam Cassell. I want him in Philly. But I mean, if Sam Cassell has an opportunity to go elsewhere, then of course, he'll make his, he's gonna make his move. I think Denver would be a big possibility. He'd be probably walking into problems, but I already know that there's some people that are gonna try to bring up how Mike Malone has made it to the playoffs, and you know he he went to a Western Conference Finals, and give it some time and all this other stuff. Nah, I'm not giving anything no time. They didn't give Frank Vogel no time. And look, Frank Vogel, he's not the best coach in the world. I mean, he's not a. I would say he's not a personnel type of guy. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really, in terms of him being a player's coach, he's not that type. He's all about, he's defensive minded. Um, an example. Look, Frank Vogel was successful in Indiana. somewhat. You know, I mean they had a chance to get to the finals that year with PG and Lance Stevenson and all them. We know how that went. He did an okay job. You know what I'm saying? And Paul George was as one of the elite players and superstars during that time. But all of that gets forgotten about. What's up with the True Viking? I see you in the building, Queen. All of that gets forgotten about. All of that, you know, his coaching and him getting the championship in what you call in LA, that gets forgotten about. And you know what? I don't think that there's a lot of people that put the championship banner that the Lakers raised. They don't put the bubble championship. I mean, because that's what they call it. They call it a bubble ring. I mean, everybody calls it a bubble ring. Man, nobody even cared. Like I bet you they'll diminish what he's done. They'll diminish what Frank Vogel has done, and they'll be like, "Oh well, yeah, he got a championship, but that was a bubble ring." Every conversation you hear, "Oh yeah, but that was the bubble." I mean, I've probably been guilty of it myself. I think I said it with Denver or something like that. Yeah, but that was the bubble. Such and such made it to the the Eastern Conference Final. Yeah, but that was the bubble. LeBron got a title. Yeah, but that was the bubble. It's in every conversation. Every conversation they bring up that situation. Oh yeah, well, yeah, he won, but that was the bubble. I try not to do that. You know what I'm saying? Now I play around with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna joke with it all day. I'm gonna say Mickey Mouse ring, Cinderella ring, uh, Chippendale ring, whatever. But that's just being comical. But whether you like it or not, and whether some people want to see it or not, the banner was still raised. the The trophy was still hoisted, and there's nothing that you could do to take away. And see, this is the question that I had yesterday. I was asking everybody this: what if that had been Denver that won the championship? What if that had been Miami that won the championship? What if that had been Boston that won the championship? Would they put it on any less value than what they're doing to the Lakers? Because that's all I hear. If Miami won, would they be like, yeah, yeah, but that was the bubble? Would they do the same thing, or are they doing it just because a lot of people don't really too much care for LeBron? Are they doing that? Because I don't listen. They won the championship, whether people want to believe it or not. Look, given the circumstances, I mean, you can't help it. Now, was there people that wanted to just shut it down and do everything? Yeah, but we already know that they weren't going to do that, and they were going to find some way to get that to get that money back. Whether you want to call it a pandemic championship, however, everybody actually is going to use it as their argument. You know why? Because they're like, okay, well, you have a full season now. We're running everything back. Everything's back to normal. Now, what excuse do you have? So it's a good argument to bring to the table. But people are gonna constantly make excuses. They make excuses for LeBron. They make excuses for AD. They make excuses even for Russ. But they didn't make any type of excuses for um for Frank Vogel. You said bubble rings, huh? Yeah, but a lot of people in LA, man, they don't see it that way. Florida. There's a lot of people that feel that way, but there's a lot of people that don't feel that way. But see, you're guilty of it yourself. You see what you call it, a bubble ring. Nobody respects the championship. They call it a pandemic championship or plandemic championship. You said make excuse for Jokic. Um, no, I don't. Listen, Jokic has to get it done. But see, yesterday, if you would have came to my video or pulled up to my video, Florent, I said that Luca Luca has more pressure on him than Jokic does. Jokic has made it to the Western Conference Finals, so um, in my mind, Jokic is actually he's showing that he could try to get there. Luca has yet to get out of the first round, and that's what we were talking about. That's what we were talking about yesterday. Me and some of the fellas. I guess people don't understand. If you look at my videos, man, I'm with Jokic all day. It is the back-to-back MVP. But what does that got to do with anything though, Flo? We're talking about what you're doing in the postseason. We're talking about what you're doing in the postseason. Giannis was in the regular season or whatever. But do you think that he don't get the smoke when he don't get it done in the playoffs? Absolutely. No, hey, that young stuff ain't no excuse because he got what he wanted. That don't bring that young stuff as an argument because if we're gonna do that, uh, Giannis was young, LeBron was young. LeBron made it to the finals. He got swept in the finals, but LeBron made it to the finals when he was young. Don't forget he made it the first time against the Spurs. Can't forget about that now, Florence. He has similar roster. No, he doesn't. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, man. Jokic has two guys out. Um, Luca has enough weapons to get it done. And on top of that, he got some of the people that he got out of there. And on top of that, he marched up in the front office. Like I said yesterday, he marched up in the front office, got rid of Donnie Nelson Jr. Okay. They moved up Mike Finley up to a VP, as I said yesterday. And on top of that, Rick Carlisle was gone because of Donnie Nelson Jr. going because they were good friends. And then on top of that, he got Jason Kidd as the head coach, and he wanted Christoph Porzingis gone. He got pretty much everything that he wanted. You got Dinwiddie over there. There's no excuses. Tim Hardaway Jr. is missing. That's a big loss. Yeah, I understand that. Jokic has had to deal with Jamal Murray being gone for a long time. Michael Porter Jr. constantly getting hurt. Neither does Jokic. Name an all star. Name an all star that Jokic got. I'll wait. Wait, did Jamal Murray did he make an all star team? I don't think Jamal Murray made an all star team. It's just been Jokic. The rosters are well. Look, we'll have to see. Hey, check this out because they play. Well, no, they're playing the Jazz. I would say if we're gonna do that, I would say their roster is more similar to like a Utah, Florent. Nah, no, it's not, man. No, it's not because what's it called? Denver. Believe it or not, Denver. They actually got. Let me see. Let's line it up, okay? You got a guy in Will Barton that could get you buckets. But see, oh no 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 no. Hold on, hey Florent, hey, I already got you on this one. I'm gonna checkmate your ass right now. Check this out. They don't have no Jalen Brunson type player on Denver. Jalen Brunson is regardless of what anybody want to say, he's an elite level point guard. Yeah, that's why Quinn Snyder he needs to be on the hot seat, bro. You're right about that. And Utah continues to do the same thing every single season. So we'll have to see how that works out. But that's who they playing. But they both got to get it done. But I'm gonna give more of the smoke to Luca. I don't care how young he is. They always want to bring all this youth and young and stuff like that. Now you've been in the league for quite some time now, and people are calling him, you know, the best thing since Larry Bird and all this other BS. I don't want to hear none of that. No, they don't. The best. Hold on. No, the best. Listen. Do you know who leads the league in bench scoring, Florent? It's Miami. Go check it out. Miami. Hey, Florent. I got you, bro. I got you on that one. Hey, check this out. Hey, Florent. Miami's got the best scoring bench in the NBA at 40.7. Yeah, they top 10, but they not number one. Matter of fact, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna show you right now, bro. I'm gonna show your ass right now, brother. Who is this? Yeah, what's up, DJ?
What's up, Vogel?
How you been, bro?
Been good. How about you?
Man, chilling, bro. Chilling, man. Chilling, 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 man. How the music coming, bro?
I've been taking. It's been good. Been taking a break for took a break like 2 weeks.
Oh, okay, okay. What you got cooking over there, man?
Hmm. Nothing right now. I mean, I've been doing gaming, so that's pretty much it for right now.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. What you been
So,
on that 2K out at the park?
nah, that WWE shit.
What? You been on that shit, man? How is that shit, bro?
Man, that shit fire, bro.
Yeah, 'cause my cousin and them been playing that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I thought you'd have been on. I thought you'd have been on either. Goddamn. 2K or Madden.
No, I don't be doing that type of thing like that, like I used
Right,
to. So
right,
no,
right. Man, hey, are you gonna go to the fight this weekend?
I'm actually working. So yeah, I probably might see it or not.
Oh, you're working at the AT&T?
Yeah.
What? Man, look, you lucky my car. I had some issues with my car, DJ. I had
Mhm.
brought I brought the ticket. I brought the tickets on SeatGeek, but
Mhm.
I can't even go because I couldn't go because I was having some issues with my car. But that's gonna be everybody think, hey, they sleeping on Dallas, DJ, man. That's finna be the fight. On Easter weekend. You feel me?
Mhm.
Yeah, I know you riding with Spence though, huh?
Yes, I seen him like last month.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I saw him in person. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, he ready, man.
yeah, he looked ready. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just tired of people sleeping on him, man. They are like Ugas even got a chance, man. I'm like, Ugas ain't got no chance.
I never even knew who that was when I first seen him. I was like, who that? When I
DJ
first heard
said
that
who?
name, I'm like, nigga, who is? Who is he?
He's like, man, we waiting. Hey, DJ 23 said, hey, and make sure y'all go sub to my boy DJ 23. By the way, man, this guy got some music cooking. I know DJ 23, man, through the homie Goat Mike. Um, now look, man, your Mavericks done made it in there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They got Utah, man. Who you got? I already know you riding with the D.
Uh, I'm really going with Mavericks. Mavericks in fifth or sixth. Because everybody be saying we gonna probably beat them, but if we don't beat them, then hey, it's always the next year. But we supposed to. So yeah.
But they giving they get DJ man. I ain't gonna let you
What
do
they
that. They
what
giving
they
Luca
doing
that
now?
smoke, man. I gave Luca that smoke yesterday. He got to get out of the first round. Come on, man. He got bounced out of the first round the last 2 years.
You know it, yeah. Damn. Yep.
And it's the same guy, the same daggone team, man.
Yeah, last year we really said we could have had that one.
Dog, hey, DJ, y'all
Hmm.
had a chance to sweep them motherfuckers.
All we had to do was beat them in 4 games, but we couldn't beat them at home. The only thing I could say who had got me pissed off was Game 6 when we was up.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah,
was
yeah,
up,
yeah.
and Rick Carlisle called that time. I'm like, bro, we hot, and you call timeout. They gave them a chance to come back, and I'm like, we gone, we done. Like I was pissed at that game. So I'm like, we ain't gonna win 7. So I was like, yeah, I didn't see it. So
Right.
yeah.
No, Florian, you talking about Bird team was stacked with 4 Hall of Famers. But man, they did their thing organically. And they drafted well. Man, they didn't really start emerging into superstars and Hall of Famers up until a few years later. They didn't know what McHale was going to be, and they definitely Robert Parrish was a little bit older. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't. He just was a blue collar guy, but he still was that guy or whatever. Regardless of how you feel, how he played or whatever. But what's up, Trey Cater? I see you in the building, man. We got the DJ 23 up in here, man. Look, bro. It was something that I was. Oh, yeah, DJ. Let me ask you something
Mm,
about this, man. I'm gonna get off of sports for a second. I want to get your take on this shit, man. DJ, man, you know that motherfucker Ti, man, trying to do comedy, right?
no, what?
Yeah, you know Ti. He trying to do comedy now, man.
A rapper doing comedy? I never heard this shit come.
Well, Young Jock, Young Jock did it. You know who Young Jock is. And you know what's his name? Archie died. Did you hear about that, man?
Archie.
See, okay,
Hmm.
you play football, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what song do y'all what song y'all sing when y'all get out that tunnel, man?
It's a lot of songs. It's a lot.
Come on, man. Give me one anthem that you know every single goddamn football team, basketball team. Just hey, if you said, hey, listen, if you could guess it right, DJ, you give me your cash app. I'll send you. I'll shoot you a cash app.
I mean, back then when I was in football, I'm sure they was. I think they was
Uh huh.
playing. We was ready.
Ah, this nigga DJ got it. Drop the cash app, bro. I gotta give DJ his money, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah, he died, man. That boy DJ 23, man. Drop your cash app in the link, man. Drop your
He
cash app.
died. What? Wow.
Yeah, yeah, he died, man. I, uh, I'm surprised, man. I'm surprised that boy DJ got it, bro. But see, that goes to show you his impact. Every school, you know, they played at soccer games, NBA games, NFL games. We ready.
Yeah. Now I know what you talking about. Wow. Let
You
me
said
see.
you listen to the you listen to the start of the stream. Yeah, hey, make sure you drop your cash app, DJ 23. You know I keep my promises, man. So make sure you drop your cash app or put it in a little private thing or whatever, and then I'll hook you up, man. Um, look, hey, Trey Cater. Before I get out of here though, I want y'all to go subscribe to my homeboy, DJ 23. Man, he got a lot of music cooking, bro. Real good, talented dude. Um, listen, man. You said that Frank Vogel got a raw deal, but Mike Malone's situation is totally different. Yes, he is on the hot seat. He got swept in the Western Conference Finals. Okay, and on top of that, you got bounced out by the Trailblazers, and then of course we all know how everything went in terms of LA or whatever. So I mean, you don't have no excuses right now. You got to get it done. Mike Malone got to get it done. Every coach done made their adjustments. Monty Williams done made the adjustments. Uh, man, who else? Even Budenholzer. And I'm not really a Budenholzer fan, but the Bucks haven't. They pretty much worked with what they had to do. Mike Malone is on the hot seat, man. Just like Billy Donovan is. Just like what's the name? DJ 23 had told about Utah. Quinn Snyder. They own the hot seat. Rick Carlisle, he was getting ready to be on the hot seat too. They're just like DJ was talking about how Rick Carlisle had called it, I think the timeout or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's a good pointing out. But man, DJ, man, I thank you for pulling up, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my homeboy DJ 23. I'm getting ready to cash up you in a minute, man. Where's
All
Goat Mike at, man? Goat Mike, dog. That Goat Mike been hiding, bro. Nah, I'm fucking with Goat Mike, man. But nah, we had a bet. We had bet the NCAA game or whatever, man. But shout out to Goat Mike too. Make sure y'all go sub to Goat Mike too. But man, DJ, man, you got anything before we get up out of here?
Nah, man. All I'm gonna say is appreciate Polo and hey, be safe. Be safe
No
out
doubt,
here
no
though.
doubt, man. No doubt. DJ
Hmm.
23, man, pulling up, man. Dope music. Go check him out. Make sure y'all like the video, share it, subscribe, hit the notification. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment, man. I'm gonna get at you later.